Recording in progress.
Hey guys, Onan here. So this is a follow-up to the video I did a little bit ago about talking to my wife about a period of celibacy. And so we had that conversation, and I guess you could say it went better than I expected. Um, she was, I would say she was definitely emotional about it. She got a little defensive. Um, but then she also sort of blamed me or was critical of me for what she describes as pouting and being cold to her last few days when sort of efforts to be intimate have been thwarted by for one reason or another. And but we had a really good conversation. She did not fight me at all. um she she expressed skepticism and hesitation that this is going to be better than what I'm dealing with NFP. And she could be right. I don't know. She said she doesn't want to be me constantly being mopey and stuff like that. And I told her, well, I can't control how I feel about things. And I told her, I says, just you don't necessarily get to control how you feel depending on the time of the month. And so I said, I don't think it's fair that I have to be sort of this perfect, even keeled person when I'm dealing with my own sort of set of circumstances and biological um, changes and things like that. But I kind of explained to her why I was really tired of NFP. And one of the things that she says, well, we've only really been doing sustained NFP for the last year. And I says, well, said even when we weren't, we were never intimate more often than once a week, every 7 to 10 days. And I kind of reiterated to her like that's just not enough. Um, when we had a period, we were doing it every 4 days. I said it was perfect. There's no problems at all. But I said a week is not, it's just not reasonable. And that was more or less what we did throughout our marriage, except during periods where we were actively having to use NFP. Um, so she was bothered at first, but not yelling or anything. So I guess that's a good thing. And then she said, "Well, it's up to you." And I'm like, "Well, I don't know what else I can do." I said, "I'm really at my wits' end with NFP." I said, "You spend 2+ weeks repressing feelings, and then you spend the next week or 10 days stressed about whether it's going to happen or not, because at the end of the day, it's always outside my control. Depends on how the children behave, depends on whether my wife is tired or not." And I said, even the infertile times are very stressful for me because it's always entirely outside my control whether something happens or not. And I said, it's too much. It's just sustained stress constantly. And I said, I don't know that I can continue to do that, especially if she does not want me to be frustrated at various times. I think I told her I thought that was a little unfair. I said I try very hard to repress a lot of this stuff, and I actually think I do a pretty good job of it. And so I kind of had to stand up for myself a little bit because I don't I didn't like the fact that I was sort of being critical. I was being criticized for being, I don't know, grumpy at times. But I had to explain like that is fraction of how I'm actually feeling. And sometimes Sometimes it comes through, but that I hope maybe that with just total abstinence, no expectation of intimacy happening, that maybe it'll eventually get better. I don't know. So, all in all, we ended the conversation reasonably well. Um, it's a little hard because, we're giving up something that's really, really special. Um, and it's hard to give up something so special, but the church just makes it too damn difficult to enjoy it. And so I guess I have to give that up, at least for now. I'll try it for 2 months. The plan is to try it for 2 months and then reevaluate and see if it's something we want to continue doing or not. So that's the beginning, I guess. Uh, I'll I'll be very transparent about how I'm doing. I'm going to try to detox and avoid all solo and stuff like that, because that's the only way to really know if it works, is if I can stop and basically shut down the bodily functions. So we'll see if it works or not. I think after 2 months I'll know. So anyway, wish me luck. Pray for us. Pray for my wife. Pray for me. I have mixed feelings about this, but I feel confident that this is the right thing for us to do right now in light of what options the church gives us. And so I'm going to do my best, give it my best effort, and be honest with you guys about how it's going. And then we'll see how things go over the next couple of months. So I appreciate you guys listening. And until next time, everyone, have a good one.